Cook and Christian Hackenberg as a single unit.
Yeah. Now, see, I was going to say one of them, but saying it's no reason is hard because I don't like Connor Cook because he reminds me of Brian Hoyer.
Well, see, I brought up my experience with Cook, where every time I watched him play, he did good things, but I admittedly didn't watch him that much. And Hackenberg, every time I watched him play, it was like something bad. And I also just like the idea of hating a guy who already has the word hack in his last name. So
I think I hate Hackenberg more just because he's still living off that freshman year tape.
Oh yeah,
he's so bad. Like,
I wonder how many draft nicks were just like frowns on their faces when they realized that the Texans got Osweiler, so Hackenberg to the Texans makes no sense now.
Yeah. Well, my answer, and it's not really, I guess it's not for no reason, but it's for, I just don't want him anywhere on any team I would be rooting for, and it's Will Fuller.
Ooh,
because
yep.
He's got everything you want except for the fact that he's a wide receiver who can't catch.
Yeah,
and I think
I'm interested to see the comparison. I wonder how big Ted Ginn's hands are, because I've heard a lot of Ginn Fuller comparisons, and they both can't seem to hold on to stuff. It took Ginn 9 years now in the league to finally be productive, and he only caught 50% of his catches. Balls thrown at him, so
I don't like. You just hear about his speed and his after the catch stuff, and that's fine. But if he can't get the ball, then who cares? I just don't get it.
Yeah, I keep hearing stuff that Floyd might find a way to jump Coleman, and that's just maddening to me.
No.
Like, the guy, obviously they both put up crazy good college stats, but, one flies and then drops, and then the other one, the big knock on Coleman is he doesn't know a route tree yet.
Yeah, he can only run 4, really.
Yeah, but he does those 4 things really well. So, what do you do? What do you do? My favorite question that I thought of was, which player do you wish you could hang out with based only on their name?
Well, I came up with 2.
All right.
And one is Scooby Wright, so I could tell him that I used to think he was black when I first heard his name.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the other one is Clavin LeBlanc.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Cornerback from FAU.
All right.
Plus, he's got cool dreads, so he seems like he might be fun.
I was going myself between 2 people. I ended up on DeForest Buckner because
he was considered.
That's a perfect name, and if anyone who walks away with him in the draft has a guy that they like just based on the name, he's great all around. But my dad, who doesn't know anything, if he hears the Browns draft DeForest Buckner, he'll just nod and be like, "All right, I can like that guy, DeForest." My other choice was just based on video game knowledge and stuff. There is a Vincent Valentine in this draft. Yeah, I can't remember where he's out of, but he's like a mid-round prospect. So it's just beautifully named people, or someone who's actually in the generation where his parents might have named him like that on purpose. So,
I'm going to see if that's possible. He's from Virginia.
Okay.
Or not Virginia, I'm sorry, Nebraska.
Okay.
Let's see when he was born, if it even makes sense. No. He might have never been born, according to this page. He has no date of birth.
Oh, Christ. Hold up. Is he the guy from the video game?
Maybe. He doesn't look like him, but...
All right.
Yeah, I didn't see him, but that's a pretty good one.
All right. So that finishes up our quick fire there. So I wanted to throw in one more question randomly, and
Uh-oh.
it's because I came across one of my favorite people today. It was the fullback out of Georgia, Quiven
I
Hicks.
know. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about him putting out my name list, but I realized I was being biased because of how awesome he is.
Yeah, and I think he's my dream pick. Like, if we end up with him anywhere in the draft, it could be first round. This is me, right? But I have a thing for fullbacks. But if we get him in round 6, 7, undrafted free agent, and he's a Brown, I will be very excited. Do you have a favorite player in the draft?
I'm trying to think outside of the top, like, first round guys. I like, I guess probably if we're going guys that aren't like being talked about first round. I know he could go first round, but I don't really. I mean, there's some talk, but I don't expect it. Sterling Shepard.
Oh, yeah, the guy at Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, I know he's another small receiver, so if I don't want him to be the only receiver we would draft.
Yeah.
But I guess we could get rid of, I don't know, Gabriel or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
I know a lot of people are really high on Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Is that just because of they're thinking second round? Because
I think so.
Like I would just assume most people would be higher on Doxson, no?
I'm higher on Doxson than any wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't get. Well, I don't really get. But I mean, I don't know what Treadwell really does better than Doxson. Not faster. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't high point the ball as well.
Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah did a breakdown, and he just said he doesn't go after balls like a lot of people made the comparison of Anquan Bolden, which is one that I thought was appropriate. And then I guess after he did the film study, he was just like, oh, he actually doesn't go after balls. He just kind of relies on his hands.
Yeah, which is not going to work out.
No, not the next.
Yeah, I like Doc. I mean, Doxson's just so big, and he's got a 44-inch vertical,
and actually jumps for the ball.
Yeah.
All right. So that rounds up our NFL draft segment. So the follow-up to our commute talk was I wanted you to rate your morning commute on a level of 1 to 10.
Like today, or like on average on a day?
I'm not specifying. You need to rate it.
Well, today was like a 1 because I actually left early and got to work late because of this damn deer. And,
how many times did you say "oh dear" to yourself?
None.
Oh my god, I would have the whole time. I was just like, oh dear.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, if Eli Apple came across that deer, do you think he would have dressed it and cooked it right on the spot?
Yeah, he made deer jerky.
Deer jerky. All right.
Yeah.
Quality. All right. So then, I also marketed this as a pop culture podcast. So, have you watched any TV or read any books lately?
The last thing I watched. I've been watching. I watched an episode of Bar Rescue earlier.
Oh, where was
Pretty good.
Phoenix, okay.
It was an English pub in Phoenix.
Did they rebrand? They had to rebrand.
No. It's been around for 21 years, and John Paffer found out through research that it actually had a pretty good reputation with the locals.
Okay. So why was he called in? Were they just failing business-wise?
Yeah.
Oh.
The owner was playing poker in there 4 nights a week, and none of his poker buddies drank. They just ordered waters. So they were just going to a bar to play poker in poker tournaments 4 nights a week, but weren't drinking and or getting the business any money at all.
Oh, my God.
And John wasn't happy about that.
No? He wasn't happy about that?
No. Yeah, I've been watching all the Bar Rescue and Cutthroat Kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Cutthroat Kitchen's where it's at. I don't think I've gone a week, probably in about a year and a half, without watching an episode of Cutthroat Kitchen.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
All right, fun game. If you had to have a sabotage off the top of your head right now, what would your sabotage be?
If I had to make it up?
Yep.
I like the ones, I'm trying to think. I'm a fan of, like there was one last night where they had to make all their tools out of chicken wire. And, I really, that was kind of funny, but I like, when they, take their ingredients and then they have to earn them back. Have you seen any of those? There's one where they had to throw donut holes. It was kind of like beer pong. They had to throw donut holes into cups of coffee.
I hate those ones. I hate them.
Well, if you got it, if you gave it to somebody, you'd love it.
Yeah, you're right.
But I guess if I had to make one up, it'd be one of the ones where you have to replace your heating source with something, because those are always hilarious. Like somebody had to cook eggs in an egg incubator yesterday that I saw, and when they have blow torches and stuff. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not creative enough to make one up, but it'd be something like that.
All right.
So you have to cook this your steak and potatoes dish under a heating lamp. That's the only way you're allowed to cook it. And then they're like, "Oh, my meat's going to be raw," and then somehow their meat's delicious and perfect.
Yeah, that always seems to happen. They're not going to. The editing on Cutthroat Kitchen and especially on Chopped just pisses me off sometimes. Which clearly their marketing is this person did bad, and then the judges are always "This is fantastic, best I've ever had."
There'll be 10 seconds left, and what they show them having to get done is impossible to do in 10 seconds.
Sure.
But somehow they have a complete plate by the end of the 10 seconds.
I remember there was one thing of Chopped, and it wasn't the dessert round, and the guy was like, "This may have been one of the best things I've had on this show." And then at the end of the round, that person got chopped, and it was just there's no fucking way that's how this outcome should have happened. I remember I went to bed seething, which is the worst thing to happen.
I hate on Chopped when they chop somebody because their portion's too big.
Yeah.
Get a doggy bag, you motherfucker.
Yeah, it's you don't have to eat it all.
Take it home.
Guess what? When common folk go to restaurants and they get big portions, it's a good thing. They want that to happen.
That's right.
These uppity judges.
I did just think of another guy I like a lot in the draft, but this is a personal thing. It's and I know I shared this was.
All right,
Artie
we have
Burns.
1 minute. Finish it out.
Okay, Artie Burns from Miami, the guy whose mom died, and now he has custody of his 2 younger brothers and his son. He seems like a nice guy, and I would like him to do well. Also, Pharaoh Cooper's a cool name. Okay, guys.
Wait, wasn't that the guy who a scout made some passive aggressive comment towards?
Who? Artie Burns?
Yeah.
No, I made that up. That was a joke. But I'm sure somebody has.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll never find out. The podcast is going to end.
Oh no! All right. Well, I'm gonna play some exit sound effects. You know that '80s one I played earlier?
Yeah, that one's cool.
I made that the intro, so I'm gonna exit on that.
Okay. We'll find a better song next time.
Yeah,
maybe.
All right, dude. I'll see ya.
Bye.
Later, everyone.